There she goes. Say hi to Alan Foster.
Hey.
Alan looks like he eats whole baby goats. Climbing some there that we can't really reach with the crane, and then Joe's over here getting ready for a pick over here. I'll explain this later. Two guys, Porter wrap. Sometimes it ain't glamorous. I want to just answer a couple questions real quick that you probably didn't ask, but I'll answer them anyway. Why would we keep a tree like that had showed such massive failure and had such a gnarly wound ripped down the side of it that will for sure allow decay in? Well, the reason we'll do it is because there's no targets under that tree. The whole tree, yeah, it's the size of Texas, but it leans all out away from them into this wild blue no man's land. Okay, so that's the number one reason, is when it fails, if there's a future problem, it's not going to fall on the house. It's not going to fall on their little patio area right there. It's not going to harm them unless they just happen to be, you know, down in the creek or something. So that's the number one reason we will be part of them keeping it. Okay? The other thing that I would answer that you didn't ask is, why such massive pruning cuts? Okay, so you've got these, the rest of the trunks, the ones that didn't break on that thing going out. The idea is this tree is on its way out. It's failing, but it'll outlive them probably. And so we can pretty much guarantee that we won't have another massive trunk failure in their lives. Not to throw a blanket on longevity for them, but you know, they're in the sunset of life too, probably. So a few huge big cuts on each of the big remaining stems, you know, is enough to just keep that thing from breaking off anything massive in the next many years. So that's why we would do it. Otherwise we wouldn't do that. Like if it was a nice big healthy tree without a big wound and we wanted to treat it real good, proper pruning would mean a lot of smaller cuts, and it would mean only doing what was needed, not doing some horrendous big cuts that might allow decay to set in, you know, because it has to compartmentalize the wound. And if it's too big, if it's a big cut, a big tear or something, and it doesn't have enough time to compartmentalize the wound before the rot sets in and it starts decaying out the tree, then it's not a good idea. But for that tree, leans all away from them. We can guarantee it's not gonna, I don't like that word guarantee, but we can make it pretty hard for that tree to ever break again. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. We can make it pretty hard for that tree to not break in the next rest of their lives. And yeah, so that's why large cuts on pruning is a no-no, but we'll do it in this one little type of scenario. Leaving a tree behind that's been that destroyed by pruning it of itself, we won't ever keep a tree like that unless it's this type of deal. Wide open space. If there's another failure, it comes down to protecting human life, basically. Also, the new guy you saw there today, that's Alan Foster is his name. Today was his first day. He doesn't work for us. He has a job, you know. He's not necessarily looking for a job, but he's a bright-eyed, strong young person that I just feel like if he did want to work for us, and since he's local and he could like come in now and then and work with us, he's the type of guy I'd want to work with. Check out his car. An old Mercedes with a giant V8 or a giant 8-cylinder. I don't know much about those cars, but look at this thing. He rolls up in this. Just want to make a little short video of what we were doing today, but I wasn't very comprehensive with the filming, but there's the gist of it. We don't do what we did today very often, so I thought I'd talk about it. See ya. Some raccoons in the tree.
I'm Justin, owner and operator of Sizemore Tree Works. This is my Monkey Beaver 2.0 saddle. It's made out of neither, but it'll turn you into both. Due to my athletic nature, I don't climb very often. When I do, it's usually 15 to 35 feet in the air. Let's face it, I'm a big girl. I need comfort and support. I trust the Monkey Beaver to give me both. So far it performs. It's very comfortable. It's state of the art. Made by a scientist. I don't know if that's true. August is a tree scientist. You can tell it's a Monkey Beaver by the way it is. The pen's not going to shear off of the bridge because it doesn't have one. I trust the Monkey Beaver saddle. You should too. Just kidding. I love this thing. It's awesome. So the people that work at Monkey Beaver, are they called Monkey Beavers? Just wondering. Asking for a friend. There's a team of Monkey Beavers out there making cool saddles. This is the most comfortable saddle I've ever worn. So thank you to August and the Monkey Beaver team because this saddle is incredible.
Monkey Beaver, dum dum.